one person. Is that you, Chris? First one in, and first one with a thumbs up. Appreciate the support. All right, guys. Weekly live update. Come on in. Lots of news going on. Oh, that's right. I forgot to write down the Raiders won last week Sunday here at Allegiant. Right, let's see. Is nobody in yet? Wait a couple minutes. Oh, somebody else jumped in. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Okay, got a couple people in here. I just remembered we have to talk about the Raiders last weekend win here at home. Preseason, but they looked pretty good. Right. Guys, let me know if there's anything, any issues with the stream. Some Wi-Fi issues around here. We're back home in Vegas. Back home in Vegas. So back at the house. We had a great vacation in Florida. Vegas fanatic. Good afternoon from Virginia. Hey, good afternoon. I actually went to high school in Virginia. I graduated from Lee Davis High School in Mechanicsville. Don't know where in Virginia you are. I know Virginia is a giant state. It's about 45 minutes or so outside of Richmond there. So, hey, Lisa, welcome. Welcome to the live. Welcome, welcome. Guys, let me know if there's any issues with the stream. There's construction happening down the road, and there's been some Wi-Fi issues. So please let me know if you guys have any issues. And a couple of my friends did work there. There was a shuttle. I remember there was a shuttle from Mechanicsville during the summer that would take you to work at. I only went one. Are you back in the? No, we're in Vegas. We're in Vegas now. Yeah, you know, Hawaii, such a tragic situation going on over there in Maui. I would advise anybody, if you're thinking about going on vacation to Hawaii, swimming in the waters, especially around Maui, having a good time celebrating when so much lost. So, all right, guys, we got people. Nobody's having issues. Everybody, the stream look okay, guys? Just let me know if there's any issues there. Okay, all right, so let's get weekend. Hey, Tracy, quality is awful. Oh, gosh. Sorry, guys. I'm going to switch from Wi-Fi here to hotspot. Hang on just a second. Thanks for letting me know there, Thomas. I appreciate it. Switching. All right. All right, guys. Let me know if there's very blurry. So I just switched to a hotspot off of the Wi-Fi. Should be better now. It's wonky. I love that word, wonky. So sorry, guys. Like I said, there's been some Wi-Fi issues over here. There's construction happening down the street. Let me know if it's any better now that I switched to the hotspot. Better now. Perfect. Thanks so much, Tracy. Perfect. Thank you, Lisa. Appreciate it. Yeah, so there's construction happening down the road from us. Actually, probably about 300 feet from my house. There's construction going on, and the Wi-Fi has been just kind of wonky, to use your term there, Lisa. I know Cox Cable and Internet has been out here doing some work on the poles around the house and in this area. So let's get right to it. So weather. The weather in Vegas is about to get nuts again. I don't know if you guys remember the spring. We had a really, really late spring. We had snow in March and sleet and hail and just all kinds of stuff. So right now, today's Wednesday. So the next couple days through Friday, you're going to have about 100 to 105 during the day. mostly sunny, but you will get some cloud coverage. And then Saturday, the rain is coming in on Saturday. Saturday, you're looking at only 87 degrees on Saturday. That's the high. And I mean, we're in August here, guys. That's mid-August, and it's only going to be 87 with rain showers all day on Saturday. Sunday, 75 degrees for the high, and of course that's because of all the rain that's coming in Saturday. Only 75 degrees on Saturday here in Vegas for a high, and expect rain all day long. So if you're coming in looking for that pool experience this weekend, probably not going to happen. Actually, it's most likely not going to happen. It's going to be raining here in Vegas all weekend. Like I said, on Sunday, only a high of 75 degrees, which is kind of crazy for August here in Vegas. Monday, only 83 degrees and rain all day. So this weekend is pretty much going to be a washout. If you're thinking about that pool party, that pool experience here in Vegas, it's probably not going to happen. So don't shoot the messenger. If you see me on the street, don't throw a falafel at me. I'm just the messenger, but check it out. Look it up for yourself. You can see it out there. If you check out the 10-day forecast for Vegas, Henderson, Paradise, Nevada, you're going to see it's going to be a washout this weekend. So it's not even going to clear up until next week, Thursday. Next week, Thursday is going to clear up. So like I said, this weekend, it's a washout. A lot of gambling going to be happening. Expect the casinos to be pretty busy this weekend with all the rain. Folks are going to be inside. So let's see what's going on this weekend. So there's not a whole lot happening this weekend outside of the norm. And what is the norm here in Vegas? So all of your Cirque shows are happening here in Vegas. Your zombie burlesque that happens in the Miracle Mile shop there at the theater. Inside, that's Planet Hollywood. You got Vegas the show. You've got Absinthe. All of the Cirque shows are in town this weekend. The Mentalist. So you have all your regular stuff. Purple Rain, the Prince tribute show is happening. Menopause, Matt King. So all of that stuff is going on every weekend, pretty much all the time here in Vegas. So if you're looking for a show, you're looking to do something different, this is probably a good weekend to do that because, like I said, it's going to be raining all weekend. So it'd be a good time. Hey, Jerome, welcome. So it'd probably be a good time. And the good thing is you can catch a show here in Vegas for as little as $15, $10 to $15. You can catch a show. You can catch an afternoon magic show. You can catch early evening shows, 6, 7 o'clock. You can do a more expensive show like Cirque, all of these Cirque shows. So Mad Apple, Michael Jackson over there at MGM. All of that stuff is Michael Jackson's at Mandalay Bay. That's Jabberwockies over at MGM Grand. So, hey Vegas, hey Rich, welcome. Yes, terrible. Thank you so much. There's a lot of things happening in Vegas also to benefit the Maui wildfires. So over at the Container Park on Sunday, they're doing a big luau out there. They're going to have live music. They're going to have hula. They're going to have different things out there in the Container Park. And that's right on East Fremont Street. And I always recommend folks when you come to Vegas, I have nothing to gain. I don't get paid to recommend anything that I recommend when we do these lives. This is just purely based on our experience living here in Vegas. The Container Park is a great little spot right there in East Fremont. You can walk from the Fremont Street Experience. You just cross Las Vegas Boulevard, head on down towards the Container Park. You've got different restaurants like Therapy, Lei Thai, which is the best Thai restaurant in Vegas down there on East Fremont Street. And then you've got the Container Park. And like I said, they're doing a benefit for the Maui wildfires. 100% of proceeds are going to the victims. And like over 2,000 homes have been lost. Structures are gone. The beautiful town of Lahaina is gone forever, and such a large loss of life down there. So terrible tragedy. But let's get back to Vegas. Let's get back to Vegas, guys. So all of those events are still going on, and it's a great time to do those things, hit the Arts District, do something different. Because, like I said, it's going to be rainy. So let's see what else is going on. What's some of the big stuff? So some of the big stuff, and this one I think it's would be a fun thing to check out. So over at the Palms, they have Pop 2000. So what is Pop 2000? It's just different pop acts from the 2000s. So this is going to be on August 19th. So this coming Saturday over at the Palms, you're going to have LFO over there. You're going to have O-Town. If any of these are familiar, we're probably close to the same age. Chris Kirkpatrick of NSYNC, not all of NSYNC, but Chris Kirkpatrick of NSYNC. You've got Smash Mouth that's going to be there. Those are the headliners. They do have more acts. Of course, there's going to be more opening acts, and that's over at the Palms. And I wanted to call that one out because the Palms is an absolutely beautiful property. The food is amazing. The casino is so much fun, and there's so much energy in there. The service is fantastic. They've got an awesome one of the best lobby bars in Vegas is right over there at the Palms. It's absolutely beautiful. Definitely check it out. Let's see. Let's talk about some news or some other events going on over here. So we've got the Soul of Motown. That's a tribute act that's going on over at the Westgate. The Westgate is off Strip, but good thing about the Westgate and heading over there from the Strip, being that it's going to be rainy this weekend, you can take the monorail right down to the Westgate. There's great food over there. The casino's fun. It's an older property, but it's clean. There's great service. Drink service is like this. I've been over there before on a Saturday evening and had to tell the server, like, I can't drink these fast enough. Give me a few more minutes. But it's because it's not very busy and the service is fantastic. So when it's slow like that, you're going to get faster service. And like I said, it's a really nice property, and you can take the monorail over there, catch a show, something like the Soul of Motown. Kelly Clarkson is in town, so you guys know her TV show is no more. She's back doing her music thing. She's going to be over at the Backed Theater on the 18th and 19th, so this Friday, Saturday. The Backed Theater is an absolutely great venue for music. There's not a bad seat in the house. I've seen Gwen Stefani there. I've seen Pitbull there. I've seen One Republic there. I've seen other shows there. I've seen so many shows there. And I'll tell you what, don't worry about spending a lot for tickets at a venue like the Backed Theater. There's not a bad seat in the house there, guys. Not a bad seat in the house. Great venue for music. And you're right in the Miracle Mile shops where you have tons of bars. You've got is there a movie theater on the Strip? Technically, yes, there is a movie theater at South Point. That's Las Vegas Boulevard. It's all the way down Las Vegas Boulevard, but there is a movie theater there at the South Point. That's the only one that I know of that's on Las Vegas Boulevard, actually, is over at the South Point, which is a really nice property. I love the South Point. I'll tell you what, the buffet at the South Point is the best deal in town. Oh, no problem, Tracy. The buffet at the South Point is the best deal in town. It really is. You guys should check it out. It's around, I don't know, around $20 or so, 20, $25. Depending on the time of day, the day of the week. Of course, you guys know, like all buffets, breakfast is one price, lunch is one price, and then dinner's going to be another price. But it is fantastic. It's a great casino. If you guys play table games, the South Point has tons of table games. They probably have like 10 just Pai Gow tables alone. They have a huge poker room. One of my favorite restaurants, Zenshin Las Vegas, is there. It's a really great, like I said, a weekend like this coming weekend with all of the rain, it'd be a great opportunity to check out some of these properties and do things that you wouldn't typically do because you're not going to be spending all day, all morning at the pool because it's going to be raining. So great opportunity to do something different here in Vegas this weekend. Peter Frampton is going to be at the Pearl Theater. Again, that's at the Palms. That's going to be on the 18th. So that's this coming Friday. Steel Panther. People are pretty split with Steel Panther. Either you love them or you hate them. That's it. You're not going to be like just okay about Steel Panther. They have hardcore fans and they have people that just can't stand them. If you're on the side of love, they're going to be over at House of Blues this coming weekend. And House of Blues is over at Mandalay Bay. And that's another one that's a great venue for music. House of Blues over there. Um, Absolutely great venue. That's where Carlos Santana does his thing. They get different artists, different performers that come through. We saw Rocky Horror Picture Show over there, live action Rocky Horror Picture Show. That was so much fun. We've seen the Dan Band over there a couple times. And like I said, it's all general admission for these types of shows. You can buy tables sometimes down in like the dance floor area down there. Those are pretty expensive, but it's not a big venue. I wouldn't recommend spending the money on that unless you absolutely want to make sure that you have a spot and you're comfortable. Otherwise, it's standing room only around the bar area there. They do have a couple bars, great service. And I said, great venue for music. And it's over at Mandalay Bay. And I can't say this enough. It's going to be a rainy weekend. One of the great things about Mandalay Bay is even if you don't catch a show like House of Blues, it's a massive casino property. You have the shops at Mandalay Bay where you have restaurants, you've got bars, there's a speakeasy up there. You can walk over to Luxor without going outside. Check out the Luxor. You can head over to Excalibur also, again, without going outside. So it's a cool part of the Strip and definitely worth checking it out. Again, they don't pay me to make these recommendations. This is just purely based on our experience here in Vegas, especially on a weekend like what's coming up this coming weekend. So let's see. Let's talk about some news here in Vegas because I don't know what you guys see back at home, like in Virginia, wherever you guys are, what they report about Vegas, if they report anything. So there's been this ongoing thing with Emmitt Smith. He was supposed to have a restaurant that's supposed to be open already. And it's just kind of been idling. And it's just been kind of weird because there's been no news about what's going on with Emmitt Smith Restaurant here in Vegas that bears his name. And so this just broke just yesterday, and a little bit more details this morning. There's a big lawsuit going on. So the executive chef that was part of this group of investors or owners of this restaurant, he found out that his partners were going behind his back to try to open the restaurant without him. They've been making it's such a Vegas story. It's crazy. They've been making these secret side deals with each other, trying to cut this executive chef out who invested like $60 million. Just absolutely nuts. And they were trying to cut him out of the picture altogether. So they're all so this guy is suing all of them, and they're countersuing him, the chef. Emmitt Smith, I don't know what he has to do with it other than the restaurant bearing his name, maybe some royalties, but he's not part of the lawsuit at all. So my guess is that they probably found him and wanted just a famous name here in Vegas to throw up on a restaurant and going to pay him some royalties to use his name because he's not part of the lawsuit at all. So it's just crazy. It's just absolutely nuts. Hey, Paula, welcome to this week's live. So rideshare, if you're coming into town this weekend and really coming to Vegas from now through November, it's going to be nuts because all of the Formula One construction has made the Strip and all around the Strip just an absolute mess for traffic. And rideshare drivers, and you guys probably don't see this in your local news, but they're making the rounds on the news here because they're telling the different news outlets that they're trying to avoid the Strip altogether, picking up people, dropping people off. They're trying to avoid going to the Strip because it's such a freaking nightmare, guys. So what does this mean for you if you're coming to Vegas from now through Formula One? Because that's really the reason for all of this is Formula One, all of the repaving that's happening around Las Vegas, repaving, beautification, all going on around the Strip for Formula One. So you can expect to wait at the airport longer. You can expect busy roads. There's going to be tons of traffic out there. You can expect to have people that are going to be annoyed. Well, my biggest piece of advice when it comes to this, guys, is it's not your driver's fault that there is traffic. They're all in the same situation. Your driver does not want to be stuck in traffic. Please don't take it out on your drivers. or really anyone in the service industry. When you finally get to where you're going, don't take it out on those guys. All these people that work on the strip, guess what? They're dealing with all of the traffic as well. They have to deal with that because they're driving back and forth to work. And of course, your driver doesn't want to be sitting in traffic. They want more rides, right? So those guys are actively avoiding the strip. And this is rideshare. This is Lyft and Uber. Taxis probably don't care because as long as that meter is going, they're just getting paid more. So they, whether it doesn't matter how long they sit in traffic, it's just going to cost you more as a passenger. Rideshare, Lyft, and Uber, that's going to be, of course, like you guys know, that's a set fare. So, those guys they're not going to be making a lot of money when they're sitting in traffic on a $15 fare, $20 fare, and it's taking them a half hour to get you going to where you need to go. They don't want to be doing that. So you can just expect to wait longer like everyone else. So be patient and just know that that's going to happen all the way through November because of this repaving, beautification. They're going to be tearing down the volcano any day now to put some bleachers up there for the Formula One race. It's going to happen in November. So there's a lot happening in the Vegas Valley when it comes to construction. Let's see what else we got going on. Shania Twain announced her residency, which she's not a stranger. Shania has been here before. She's kind of like an usher, kind of pops up in Vegas throughout the year. It's been a little bit since she's been here, but she's going to be back, and she's going to be back for a while. Her first show announced is going to be on September 4th, and that's going to be at the Backed Theater, which I think is interesting because Miranda Lambert is there, Kelly Clarkson is doing her thing there, and now throw Shania Twain. The Backed Theater Planet Hollywood is kind of becoming a little low-key country music venue. But like I said, it's not a bad seat in the house over there. So she's going to be in September 4th is the first show, but she's going to be all the way through next spring, guys. So if that's on your list, I saw tickets all the way out through March 2024. So if she's on your list, and again, like I said, with that theater, don't worry about spending too much. There's not a bad seat in the house. That's a great venue for music. Let's see. I'm going to close it out on something that is going to leave you thinking a little bit. So let's see what else is going on. So the Aces coach, the Las Vegas Aces, the reigning WNBA champs right here in Vegas, their coach, Becky Hammon, on Monday was inducted into the Hall of Fame. So that's pretty cool. It was a big deal for her, of course, and that's another feather in the cap for Vegas sports. Vegas is a sports town. So that was really great to see. A lot of hard work from all of them there. She deserves it. And that's kudos to the players that really afford her that opportunity. And that's the kind of coach that she is. She uses the word we a lot. She doesn't use I and you. If you guys have ever been in management or have had managers that use the terms I and you know that's not a great way to manage. The best managers always say we. What can we do? We have a task, etc. And she's a we leader, which is pretty awesome. So good for her. Congratulations there. Let's see. So some more details with the Hard Rock guitar-shaped hotel that's going to replace the volcano over there outside of the Mirage. So they've announced that it's going to be over 48,000 square feet of gaming space in the bottom of this guitar-shaped hotel. 96,000 square feet of retail, restaurants. This is all ground level. That's going to include a pool, spa, fitness center, which still leaves a lot of questions unanswered because the Mirage already has a massive, really great pool. So what's going to happen over there? What's going to happen with the massive tank where they used to do the dolphin show? The word is that the Mirage, as it stands right now, is going to be remodeled. They're not tearing down the hotel. The only thing they're tearing down is the volcano, and that's where the guitar-shaped hotel is going to be. So it's the pool and fitness center and spa and all of this stuff going on that's going to be in the guitar-shaped hotel. Is that like a VIP experience? Are they going to shut down the pool that's already at Mirage, that massive pool complex, which is awesome? Love, love, love that pool complex. So still a lot of questions there. And as always, we'll bring you more news and updates as they come available. So stay tuned. Let's see what's going on. So Tiger Woods. So you guys may remember a couple lives ago, I talked about the 3-story indoor golf experience that's going to be happening over at Mandalay Bay. That's been announced. Tiger Woods, he's coming on board also. He's going to have his own golf venue here in Vegas. It's going to be called Pop Stroke. Not sure what the. I know in golf, a stroke is a swing, and his dad Earl taught him how to golf, so maybe that's a tribute to him. I don't know, but it's called Pop Stroke, and that's gonna be over at Town Square. Town Square is right on Las Vegas Boulevard, and it's pretty much across the street from the airport. It's on the corner of Sunset and Las Vegas Boulevard, right by the airport. Town Square is popular for actually, it's popular for locals, but a lot of tourists, a lot of visitors do go there before their flights out of town. If they have a late flight, they'll check out of the hotel, go over to Town Square. There's tons of restaurants, retail, different things that you can do over there. So people will go to Town Square and just kind of hang out for a few hours for the afternoon and then go to the airport on their flight back home. So I don't know. I think it's definitely worth checking out. Town Square, there's a lot to offer. It's a massive space out there and some really great food. Let's see. So Durango, the resort that's ready to open their doors. I think like November 20th, they're announcing they're opening, and that thing went up in no time. They're having a job fair. They're looking for 1,600 people, and that's everything from. They have Pop Strokes in Florida, mini golf. Oh, awesome. Okay, so there you go. So that's going to be over at Town Square. Thanks so much, Gwenny. Gwen. I love it. We were just in Florida. That's where we were on vacation for a few weeks. Love it. Had a great time. Love being. There's nothing like being by the ocean. So that's going to be opening out here at Town Square Mall. So let's see. So the job fair over for Durango, they're looking for 1,600 people. Everything from valet to executive chefs, housekeeping, all of the casino jobs. So your dealers, your servers, slot machine managers. It's actually somebody's job also just to hand pay jackpots at slot machines. That might be kind of fun, right? That's someone's actual job. They do that. They just hand out jackpots all day long. So if you guys thinking about moving to Vegas, I told you guys, I've said this many times, there's so much opportunity here. Yes, there is big city crime, like any big city. There's big city homeless, like any big, large metro area. You have all of that stuff. But what you also do have, and a lot of people like to focus on the negative, where that is, it's negative, but it's like everywhere else. And I'm not, glossing over it like it's not an issue. It is an issue, but all major cities have these issues. And I think a lot of people don't remember to talk about the positive. There's so much growth happening here in Vegas. 2 new hospitals are being built. The Durango, that's jobs for so many different industries here in Vegas, and it's not slowing down. The housing market is booming. There's so much construction. So you guys thinking about moving to Vegas, there's tons of opportunities for employment. All right, so before that tangent, let's talk about rugby. So rugby, the NRL, or something rugby league. I know it's NRL. They're going to be here kicking off their season for 2024 on March 2nd over at Allegiant Stadium. So I know that in these lives, we typically talk about what's happening now, what's coming up this weekend. The reason I'm mentioning that is because those tickets are going to sell out. They are going to sell out just like the big soccer games that happen here. So if you're thinking about sporting events, something like the rugby kickoff to the season here in Vegas on March 2nd, you better start sourcing those tickets now because they're going to sell out. Same thing with football. When the NBA does come here, because they are coming, they're building a stadium out here. They've already acquired the land for this stadium that they're going to build. So that's coming. And the last thing, and I thought, it's gross, but it's kind of funny because and talk about it. So just this week, for the Southern Nevada Health District, those are the ones that shut down Planet Hollywood pools a couple months ago because the water was disgusting. I mean, you guys come to Vegas and you know these big party pools. You see people drinking all day long and they just don't get out of the water, right? So Planet Hollywood pools got shut down a couple months ago because the water was disgusting. It was a random inspection. The water was gross. Lifeguards were sleeping up on the chairs, not paying attention, so they got shut down. So they just released, and I don't know why they didn't do it sooner. So this is a something that they did, inspections from over the last 18 months. And they just announced that they're finding bed bugs up and down the Las Vegas Strip. And you know what? A lot of people would say, oh, that's got to be Circus Circus or Casino Royale, the Best Western over there. I'll tell you what, they found bed bugs at Circus Circus. So if you're thinking Circus Circus, you are correct. But they also found bed bugs at Caesar's Palace. Caesar's Palace, they found bed bugs. Planet Hollywood, they found bed bugs. The Palazzo, bed bugs. The Tropicana, bed bugs. MGM Grand, which is a really nice property, bed bugs. And then we're going to close it out with the Sahara, bed bugs. So, you know, and the only thing that they can say, you heard about it, gross. Yes. So bed bugs at those 7 properties. If you didn't hear, I'll just go through them quick. Circus Circus, Caesar's Palace, Planet Hollywood, the Palazzo, Tropicana, MGM Grand, and the Sahara. Bed bugs at all of those 7 properties. And of course, all they said was, we've got a process in place when these types of situations arise and we deal with it. Because of course, what else are they going to say? You cannot dispute that. The Southern Nevada Health Department found this and they just have to deal with it. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I've got to run because I've got to get to a shoot for the TV show. For an upcoming episode, we've got to go out and do some shooting out there. And again, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for the support of our channel. I can't believe we've surpassed 11,500 subscribers. You guys are so awesome. Thank you so much for your comments, the positive ones, the negative ones. I do respond to all of them. But one thing that I will say, if they're swearing on there, just mean language, I block those people from the channel. I have no problem with negative feedback or recommendations to how to make the channel better. I'm always open to that, whether it's music, whether it's the speed of the camera, whatever it is. You guys know that I'm always open to feedback, and I appreciate you guys for watching and supporting us. And what's that? Oh, yeah, sorry. If you guys are in our viewing market, we do have a new episode debuting tonight on across the state of Hawaii, here in Vegas, and then tomorrow all of Southern California we're with Cox Cable, and this coming weekend, Saturday, Sunday, in our new markets, and that's Guam, Puerto Rico, U.S. Virgin Islands. So check out our channel here for the schedule. You can see all of that. And thanks so much, guys. We'll see you guys next time. And if you're coming to Vegas this weekend, I hope you win big. And don't forget to save a tiny little budget for the airport. You might be the next big winner on your way out of town. All right, guys. See you next time.